incredible. I hit start before I actually check which episode number this is. Battletech Oath of Endosteel, Season 2, Episode 13029, Part 15, I hope.
I hope.
Since the last time we broadcast this, which has been at least 2 weeks, we've had what many people are calling the best episode of Battletech I've ever released, in the form of friend of the show, Big Spoon, playing his character Seth Ghostbear alongside Kane Damiel's Kyle Morgan in a 2v2 for the ages on Solaris Knights. So if you haven't started Solaris Knights yet, you may want to start now. Episodes are only about an hour long and will deliver you heavy metal mech warfare in the form of Solaris gladiators beating the shit out of each other. There are also tie-ins to all the other show, including Primary Vodka from Whittington.
Oh my god.
The one without the H.
My god.
Look, you have to make it clear. I still get questions about that where people are like, hey, I can't find Whittington on the map. It seems to be in Lyran space. And I'm like, no. The one without the H.
I don't know why of all the planets in the Battletech universe, you happen to choose the one that has the same name in 2 different places. Seems like you created that problem for yourself.
I know, but I'm amazing at what I do. What can I say? I'm a content making machine. All right, according to my note here, you guys have your Atlas and Crab left to act, and our antagonists have a Whitworth in all of their tanks. I've also been asked to add the Big Spoon camera angle, which is an isometric close-in view, which I have now done. That's where I'm going to be. All right, you guys can get started whenever. I'm going to go get my phone so I can play Fate Grand Order.
Who wants to shoot first?
I think I'll...
units, Eric. So.
Yeah, so I'll shoot with the crab first, I think.
I'm going to shoot now, guys.
I'm going to be slamming into the scorpion, hoping to get some jamming. So I have to get back up to speed real quick for the calculations here. So I ran for 2. He's a base 4 pilot, gunnery. Ran for 2,
Still?
obviously short range. So
I wasn't sure if he'd leveled up yet.
I think he leveled up his piloting, but not his gunnery.
Yeah, he's instead of 4.6, like he's 4.5.
Base 7.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 4, 5, 6 short range, and then you walked what, 1? So
one defense.
All right, so we're looking at 2 large lasers followed by a medium laser.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew.
Right. And they're all hitting 7. So what?
Are you focus firing, or what are you shooting at?
Scorpion.
Yeah, the tank right in front of it.
Yes.
Hey, that'll do it.
7. That's large torso. Large torso. That's large laser 1. Center torso. But I mean, it's a vehicle, so 7.
Front is the front side. 8 damage. Just gonna find which one it is.
Yeah.
Don't forget that motive system check.
Are you okay with me to proceed with the second laser shot?
Yeah.
You're doing that. Okay. That's a miss.
So only the one motive systems check.
Medium laser.
That hits.
Also hits, same spot.
Ooh, whoops. Don't change it.
Good roll.
You roll a lot of 6.
Yeah, I wasted all my good. Wasted my good roll right there. Are we all good on checks and stuff?
So
Would I have 1 motive hit?
I think 2, right? It's each time you get hit, right?
You have to check for the motive systems. Yeah. It's not that it automatically happens.
Oh, I thought we were using the cluster roll or something.
Yeah, exactly. You would use the.
Well, 2 hit the same location. 2 lasers.
Okay.
Right. So you would check for it twice, right?
Yeah.
7 is minor damage +1 modifier to driving skill rolls, and then
Oh, that's bad.
Heavy damage, only half cruising MP round fractions up, +3 to driving rolls. Those are cumulative? Is it +4?
No, it's the worst of all.
Okay.
You really can't get worse than that because after this point, you just don't move.
+3 to driving skill rolls is a huge bummer if you want to turn that tank ever.
Good job, Crab.
Yeah, good work. Good work, Badger. I think I got him, guys.
I'll give it to you, Aaron, for your one, and then I'll go after you. Okay.
AP, that's all we need you for. Is just you gotta make sure you voice Badger's little side commentary.
Triumphs.
I'm gonna have the partisan fire back on the Crab.
Yep.
6
Bring it.
away. He's at short range. He didn't move. He's a 4 gunnery, so 4 plus your 2 target modifier. So these are 6s and 4 AC 5s for 6s.
You say I'm short range?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
6 away.
Oh, dang. 4 autocannon 5s. That thing is packing.
Yeah. Oof. Just made it.
Hit center torso, 5 damage.
Center torso 5.
All right, you need me to do Badger. So he's holding on to the arm grips for his crabs, lasers, and goes, ah, ah! Just doing my anime Gundam pilot gets hit.
We're gonna do the shake, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we have to do the Star Trek shake. That's where everybody moves at the. All right, we'll do it on 3, and we're all gonna go to our right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, the 3 of you did it great, but it was I did it way before you guys. Listen, go back and watch the replay. The 3 of you did excellent.
Well, I think our screens might be mirrored, so our rights are different.
No, it was a timing issue. I did it like easily a third of a second before you.
Did you get the hit there?
I got center torso for 5. What's the next one?
Right leg for 5.
Right leg 5 confirmed.
Oh boy. It's going to start getting hairy for Badger.
That hits.
He's fine.
This is right arm for 5.
Right arm 5. Check.
Oof.
Those rolls, man, you're crushing them.
Stop rolling so well.
5.
Badger now
Repeat.
has.
I didn't get it.
Right torso for 5.
Right torso 5. Check.
Badger
Yep,
has a
and that's
pilot
the end
check.
of the partisan.
And now he has to make a piloting test.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end of the phase.
One day. Yeah, I mean, look, one day your luck's gonna run out, so that's fine with me.
There's a good. Badger's in real trouble.
This time? Or do you want me to fire the Scorpion at Badger first, and then we'll go to
Yeah,
that?
let's just keep the Scorpion going. Yeah.
So the Scorpion is short range for his AC 5 and extreme range, or long range, excuse me, for his machine guns. The AC 5 would be 6. He walks 7 to hit.
Is that with his run?
Yes. 4 gunnery, 2 for the targeting modifier. He's at short range, so there's no modifier there. He cruised or whatever walked for tanks is, so it's 1, so 7, but he misses.
Cool.
And then machine guns would be 6, 7, and then another 4, so 11s.
11s.
For them.
Wow, that was close.
They do like no damage. This is more insult to injury. All right, so
They're great against infantry.
All superficial.
And
Yeah.
crits.
Yeah, they're
They just
real
shoot off the
scary
crap,
for
but they don't do any damage.
infantry.
Yeah.
We're seeing the tracer rounds like.
Yeah.
Badger's just like, I'm under fire over here, sir.
too close. All right,
Be calm, Badger. It's mostly machine gun fire.
who's the Atlas explodifying?
Will be your Thunderbolt.
Just gonna hover right over the Thunderbolt.
Firing everything but the LRM 20. So I want to start with the AC 20. Everything here is the same range here. So I'm looking at 2 Base 2. I walk, so 3, 4, 5, and I'm 6 away. And I believe 6 was medium range still, right? Yeah, edge of medium range. So I'm looking at 8s for everything. Does that sound right to you? Base 2.
6 should be medium range for like a medium laser SRM.
And AC 20. So
yeah.
Okay. So
hitting on 6s.
Yes.
Did I hear that right? Okay.
2 medium range, and you ran for 2. So 6s.
Yeah,
AC 20.
So. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I hate this game. Okay.
You have a plot point?
Bump it one.
I have it at all I have is edge. I spend all my plot points. Yeah. I think I'm gonna I have to spend my edge here. I'm gonna spend one edge. I'm gonna re-roll the
just the reds.
Just the red ones. Can I raise it by 1?
That's only
a plot
point.
That's
okay.
Plot points.
There you go.
You made it.
There you go. 7s. 6 goes into what? Right torso.
It's definitely much better for him than his left torso.
6 goes left, so 20 damage.
Yep.
Left torso. I think I'm gonna follow up by medium lasers and the SRMs.
18,
So,
19, 20.
Medium laser 1.
Buddy. Jeez, dude.
Miss.
That's not gonna do it.
Medium laser 2.
That's good.
It's 8 left torso.
There you go.
Go internal. Oh,
No
yeah.
crit.
Yep.
No crit though. And then my SRMs.
All right, let's do it, SRMs.
Where is the crit table? Is the crit table
I miss again because there's no god. So okay.
He's saving all the high rolls for me.
Yeah, seriously. Is the crit table underneath the tray? I don't see it.
It is.
Oh, okay.
8, 9 is 1, 10, 11 is 2, and 3 is limb destruction or 3 hits.
Yeah.
All
One
right.
day.
Starting with the Manticore, his gunnery is 4. His PPC and LRM are both at short range. His medium laser is at medium range. His SRM 6 is at medium range. So I'm going to fire PPC, medium laser, LRM 10, SRM 6 in that order. It's a little confusing, but
Who's your target?
The Atlas.
Not the imp. Okay. Got it.
Take it.
How's the Thunderbolt
So
looking?
you said AC 10, medium laser, SRM 6, right? That order?
Let me make sure.
The Thunderbolt is very damaged on both of its torsos and just about nowhere else.
Okay.
So, yep. So
I was really hoping to kill the Thunderbolt this round, but
short range, you didn't move. So that's hitting on a 4 plus he ran. So 6. 6 for the PPC.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would hit the SRMs
Yes.
with the left torso. That would have been amazing.
I can't spend the plot point. 6 for the LRM 10. Miss. Oh, after all that bragging, that's all.
Seriously, that's you cursed yourself.
So 8 on the medium laser.
Take it. I'll take it.
And 8 on the SRM 6.
I'll take it.
finally.
So full whiff of the Manticore, the Bulldog,
Tablespoon of
target
grace.
the Imp.
And this is where you're gonna hit everything.
I know.
6 away, which puts him at medium range for everything. So gunnery 4, medium range makes it 6. You were standing still?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 6, and he was cruising, so 8. So 8 for the large laser first, and then it's 2 SRM4s.
Ooh, love it.
Yes.
Oh, that's lucky.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take it.
Miss. Wow.
This very quickly just became the gif from Revenge of the Sith, where they're just swinging the lightsabers and no one's hitting anyone.
If I only didn't care about my stalker not exploding, like we would have done some stuff. But. So the Whitworth is 7 and 8 away. Where's your weapon chart? So puts him in short range for the Atlas. So he's going to fire at the Atlas. His gunnery is 3. He's in short range 2 LRM-10s. Do I want to use the heat for medium laser?
Holy shit! Is your stalker at 26 heat?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
He's not wise to alpha in the stalker. What I did earlier in the month is not something anyone who plays extensively would advise. So you're 7 away, so you'd be at high range. His gunnery is 3, so 7. He's running, so it'd be 9s. I can fire 2 of them. All right. So 9s for that. And no, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, you're at 5. Your LRMs are hitting me at 5.
The LRMs, but his medium lasers are at like long range, so it'd be +4. It'd be
so 9.
Yeah.
So he's gonna fire 2 medium lasers at 9 at the Atlas.
Okay.
Just want to say that he was here and he participated. That's a miss. And that's a hit at the left arm.
Left arm for 5. Check.
Is the Wentworth a light or a medium mech? 'Cause it has
It's a medium mech.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Is it? I thought it was. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a 40 ton. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 30. Yeah, I was like, it's at the 35, 40 threshold. So.
Yeah. And LRM's at 5.
Yep, here it comes.
Hit.
Do it.
Good cluster.
9 on a 10 is 8 missiles. The first 5 of which go to the left arm.
All right, left arm. Check.
Next 3 of which
Pardon me.
are going to go to center torso critical
armor.
While 1 crit.
All right.
Roll dice.
Did someone summon the crit guy? No!
5-1. 5-1. Gyro hit.
This is literally the EricVulgaris.
What?
He wanted to roll that.
It's his one job.
Yeah. Okay. So I got hit in the gyro too.
Second piloting check now.
We're gonna roll the last attack here. It's gonna hit a 5, which it does. Center torso regular for. Oh wait, yeah. Cluster roll of 9.
8.
Got these missiles. 8 missiles, so 5 damage to the center torso, and the other 2 damage goes to the left leg.
Left leg 2. When you do a through armor damage, does that mean my internal?
No, the damage is your armor. The damage
still goes on
to the center torso normally.
Got it. Okay.
It has a chance to crit on top of that.
Check. Okay, thank you. So I had to deduct my center torso by 3 more then. Okay, we're good. Except I got hit in the gyro, so that's not great.
19.
I got hit in the head and the gyro so far. I don't know why I wouldn't field anything but a really cheap mech, because armor doesn't matter. I might as well just survive by evasion.
And that's everything. That's the end of my forces. We're on to rolls to stand up.
So Eric, you'll need to make 2 rolls at +4 each to stay standing.
Yep. Make the first one.
Okay.
Make the second.
I just have the one at +1,
I rolled these.
correct?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be 5 for me because I also have a +1 for piloting an unfamiliar mech.
So I had to beat a
No problem.
7, so I'm okay.
Badger also needs to make a roll.
All right, I roll for Badger. Badger needs to make what? 2 consecutive 4s.
Just the one I
He's
thought.
only got 1.
Oh, okay. So just make
It's got to be higher than 4. His piloting skills absolutely.
You literally box guard it.
Well,
Oh, he's fine.
good enough for me.
All right.
Where's his?
I love it. Like
He needs to hit a 6.
yeah, he box guarded, so I
Yeah.
think he's okay.
All right.
Sam, did you roll the imp?
I rolled the imp. We're good there.
So all 3 of them are standing. Watch my thunderbolt fall down. The penalty.
Still have
of
plot
hubris-
points.
The penalty of hubris. So
I'm not a plot
I don't
point.
use the plot points, all 5 of them, to automatically succeed on checks not to shut down and explode with the stalker. But I have so many rolls that I still have to technically make one of those rolls. So I'm going to choose the one where the difficulty is only 4, if that's kosher.
Yeah, no,
I
look, that's how you're
clarified
supposed
last
to
time
game
we
it.
ran that they are all distinct instances of using a plot point.
That's correct.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have held on to them. So why don't I just get rid of them right now? The stalker will have 1 shutdown roll.
You don't have to spend them until you failed.
Yeah, so you can take
Oh, I
a
thought you had to
shot.
preemptively.
No, it's avoid a failed roll.
Yeah, so you can roll them all, and then if you fail any of them, you can just automatically.
So anyway, we're going to start with the. I'm going to hold on to them just in case.
Yeah, you don't need to spend those like water yet. Don't worry, you'll need them later.
I'm going to use these 2 white dice right here that are in the bottom corner of the board, if that's what you want to focus on.
Sure.
And we'll do the standing roll for the Thunderbolt, whose piloting is 4, so he's at a 5 difficulty, I believe.
You got 2 of those. I think.
Gyro. Does the gyro do?
Oh,
anything?
what's the gyro? It does.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Ho,
So
ho.
8.
So you add the bonuses together, and you make two rolls, one for the damage and then one for the gyro, both at +4.
That's an 8
That's rough.
for each.
Okay, so here's his regular one at +4.
There was a universe where Jasper Haruka failed his standing check, landed on his torso, blew his armor, and killed himself instantly as all 3 of his ammos go off.
And some would say that's the brightest timeline. So
None would say that was the brightest timeline, but we have to acknowledge that it could exist.
yep.
So he fails his first piloting check.
I'm
My
only
fault.
piloting laser mechs after this.
So you're gonna use a
AP.
plot point.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to use it for the Thunderbolt.
Sorry, what was the
Oh.
question?
Saving everything for my talkie NPC.
Yeah, that's wise.
So he's falling. So let's do some falling stuff.
All right, let's use this die here to make that determination. He falls facing correctly forward. And what's the weight?
Thunderbolt is 65, I want to say.
Okay, so
Sounds right.
he takes what is it? 1 for
80,
every 5.
65, yeah, if I can read.
Falling damage is 1 for 10. So you said 85, so he takes 9.
No.
65.
65, so he takes 7. First 5 hit center torso.
Yep.
So last 2 hit right arm. He will then need to make another piloting skill check at the same modifiers to keep from damaging the Mechwarrior.
Oh boy.
Oh, Baba Booey.
So an 8,
You're
he
good.
makes it. And then is the gyro hit roll just ignored?
Yeah, he's already on the ground. There's no, you don't make it a second time.
So we'll throw a prone marker on him.
I'm sure there's one scattered around the table somewhere. Here we go. Now we have Dunamis' new additive load system that we can use.
What does that mean?
All right, so it's he's kind of copied the way that I set things up, but he makes it look clean around the table. And so when I load a map, I can do additive load, and it will load everything in a specific place already ready to
cool.
go. Yeah.
Nice.
If you watch Solaris Nights, you can see this in person, in action.
All right, so the Stalker heat concerns and the Thunderbolts heat concerns. So we'll start with the Thunderbolt. Shutdown roll has to avoid on a 4. So I'm going to use the same two white die. He succeeds.
Good start. Good start.
Now the Stalker on a 4.
Oh no!
Plot point to auto succeed. Jesus. Shutdown on a 6 for the Stalker. Succeeds. Ammo explosion on a 4 on the Stalker.
Ooh,
He succeeds.
so close.
Ammo explosion on a 6 on the Stalker. He succeeds. Shutdown on an 8. I'm going to use a point to automatically succeed. Shutdown on a 10.
Oh my god. Oh!
I'm going to use a plot point again to automatically succeed.
How many plot points you left with? 2?
2.
Nice. That's better than you were thinking it was gonna be.
I thought you had to declare it ahead of time. I've literally just been vacuuming them this entire time so I could alpha.
Incredible.
That was good strategy.
Hey, listen, the good news is that you can alpha strike with that Stalker next round and just let it shut down. Just let it happen.
I think his plan is to do nothing. I mean, you can technically fire like a large laser and end with no shutdown rolls, I want to say. Because he'd be at 6 plus 8.
Alpha strike. Just go full in. What do you got? +5s to hit? That's nothing.
So at this point, he's going to open communications to Roselance. Roselance, this is Ty Brookhaven. I'm going to order my legionnaires to stand down. Our intent is to surrender. Will you honor your agreement?
I think we're looking to you, Jasper.
Yeah.
Surrendering so soon?
My stalker is overheating. My Thunderbolt is on its face. My Cyclops is destroyed. You still have plenty of firepower. The odds are not in our favor.
Acknowledged.
Very well. Legionnaires, stand down. Lower your weapons. Power down all except for vital, life-sensitive equipment and your radios.
Okay, they all do.
We will record this as a loss in our personal bingo book, and we will honor you with your victory.
Yeah.
We are at your mercy.
Roseland, stand down. They're surrendering, and I intend to honor it.
Yeah, Lachlan will follow suit. I think maybe, because he can't help himself but try to get a quip in, he'll just go, you'd honor us more by getting the hell off our planet.
I understand your anger, but know that I'm just a soldier following orders. I have no interest in your planet other than that which I am commanded to have. Let me part with you with a warning. Those that are controlling our force will not behave as graciously or as honorably as I have attempted to do so with you today. The person that Lord Moritomo has placed in command of our force is not a man. It is an Oni wrapped in the flesh of a man. And it pilots a nightmare designated for only one purpose: destruction of those it is bid to destroy. It has no mercy. It knows no fear. It wants only to decimate you, take your world.
We have heard of this Oni.
Armed with that knowledge, I bid you good fortune.
You as well.
Thank you for the honors. You have fought well today.
And you as well.
Okay.
For what it's worth, good luck.
Roselance, we'll do your post-battle in a moment. Brookhaven, after all of the enemy units have gotten about 7-8 kilometers out, your units begin, as your pre-battle plan ordained, turning their machines back on and racing towards Landfearport in the west alongside you.
We leave the Cyclops there. We have the pilot just hop on the Manticore or whatever, and we roll straight to the Azami encampment.
You arrive perhaps too late when you see that the Azami encampment only includes trainees and whoever has been left to stand guard. Any vehicles or military equipment they have beyond rifles has already been removed. You are challenged by a gate guard with a bolt-action rifle, pointing it at your Battlemechs cockpit, asking you what your purpose is at this facility. You can see in the town of Landfearport, large Federated Sons banners and Lyran Commonwealth banners are hastily being removed at the site of your Battlemechs.
I hailed him back. I said, Azami soldiers, you are considered conscripts to the Draconis Combine. Comply immediately. Surrender anyone capable of warfighting efforts to our cause and any and all military equipment. Any refusal to do so will be met with immediate reprisal from our force. What's Captain Bolt Action got from him?
So Captain Bolt Action is Private First Class Bolt Action, and he consults.
My apologies.
He consults with the.
He works for a living.
After a few minutes, and you get someone over the radio that says, "Draconis Combine Forces, we are not your conscripts, and we do not work for you. We are under contract with House Khan and House McDougal. And we pledge our personal loyalty to House Hiroka. We will stand down and surrender as we have no forces with which to defend. But know that we will not serve you. We will only be prisoners."
Very well. I'm not here to quibble with you on moral grounds. Legionnaires, arrest anyone with warfighting capability, destroy any equipment we can't carry ourselves, leave their tenements and their non-combatants. They have no interest to us.
Yeah, all of your laser equipped machines begin like taking the wall down, destroying anything that isn't a dormitory.
Smashing fuel, munitions, even those flags they were hastily taking down, we're burning them.
These people who had nothing now have less than nothing.
Yep. We're taking their supplies.
Some of your tanks roll through their fields to get better positions, crushing their newly planted food.
It's a war. We don't have APCs, so anyone we are capturing, we're literally going to shackle to the Scorpion.
Okay.
And we're going to set it on low speed and just march them out of here.
I kind of wish we had destroyed them.
I mean, you could just like take civilian cars from their own parking lot.
So we'll do that.
Yeah,
we don't need to be unnecessarily cool.
Yeah, that was a little.
that was Mad Max level brutal, man.
Capturing people.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Certainly, that is. What is the nation state that is Roman Legion and actually would do that in the BattleTech universe?
Cercinus Federation.
Yeah. You guys aren't quite that bad. Come on.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you got Kentaris under your belt.
Just trying to follow orders, man.
The Marian hegemony.
The Marian hegemony. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Perfect. All right, for the rest of you, let's talk about experience points. Does anyone have 2 or more unused plot points?
I do.
Okay, you get 1 experience. Everybody survived the mission, so you get 1 experience. How many enemy targets left the battle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 experience points for a number of targets that left the battle. Objective secured gets you another one. So for most of you, that should be 9 and 10 for Onko. You guys destroyed 1 mech, right? You destroyed the Cyclops.
Yeah.
It is Assault class.
I think I got a partial kill with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grant you
as well.
50%. Did anybody else shoot at it? So
It was, I think, Imp and myself, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna grant each of you
I
2
just missed
experience
everything.
points.
It was the PPC show on that board Cyclops.
So please recall that in Mechwarrior Destiny, in the latest iteration of it, page 192 is your post-battle actions for salvaging units, since you could try to salvage this. Like, well, no, you guys are on a... I don't think...
We're on a time frame, aren't
but
we?
yeah, repairing, rearming, and healing are all going to be on page 192.
Okay.
I believe it's 4 to repair and rearm for assaults, but I'm gonna check.
No, rearming is 1, and repairing a assault mech is...
Should be 4.
Repair assault mech is 3. Yeah, it's 4 total.
All right.
How much is the heavy?
God, I have to heal myself.
Also 3 to heal,
Also 3.
1 to rearm.
Okay, so I'll do
I'm
4.
gonna spend 4 to do both of those things.
Okay.
And you take care of that stuff for
For the
Morgan,
NPCs,
right?
Badger and Knockout will both be taken care of by me.
No,
Yep.
I have to spend a bunch of XP. I need to heal myself. I need to repair, and I need to rearm.
How much damage did you take? 1 point?
1 point.
So
So
that's
it's 1
5
XP per
XP.
2 boxes.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't take any damage. Oh, what am I doing? So I only need to spend 1 XP.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think the grasshopper got shot.
No.
We didn't fire out at all.
Actually, I don't need to rearm either because I don't have fucking things to rearm. Hell
Next
yeah.
time you're
that's
getting shot a little bit. This is unfair.
Your vanilla rim
I
in your...
mean, I was trying to be, I'm the flanker. So, if they shoot at me, then that's a good thing.
I'm just messing around.
I know.
I think Eddie played his character the way he's been trying to play it the entire campaign, which is wait until you guys are focused on and then come around next side. And he got a kill. Like,
Perfect.
it was good
I
precision.
know it was my first real kill, I think, too.
Yeah, you did a great job.
It's
exactly
a difficult situation when you're looking at that much firepower. Like, when you have the grasshopper and it's flanking you, you're like, oh, that's a threat, but do I really waste shots on it?
Right.
When the imp is gonna finish me off next round, so.
Well, and when I had the Dragoon, that was the trouble that I think I was the tankiest of us. And so that's why I got all that focus fire from that battle, which unfortunately left the Dragoon a little bit useless for now. But that is a good point. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's I'm learning slowly but surely. Getting ready for that nightmare. We're gonna capture that thing.
Yeah, capture it. I'm sure.
I'm gonna double headshot it, AP. That's what's going down.
Yeah. Yep. Don't talk to me about double headshotting. Listen, I've had a whole week of Solaris nights where 15 damage weapons are just knocking people out of cockpits left and right.
Yo, I got 12 XP, or no, sorry, I've got 16 XP burning a hole in my pocket. I might just go for some sort of SPA, get some sniper action going on
Get lucky
here.
4 real quick.
Don't let AP complain to you guys about 15 damage weapons. We've all watched Time of Total War. His first chance he got to throw clans at the players, he was like, here's a Puma with 2 ERPPC.
Oh my god.
I think one of the first things they encountered
30 damage. They were like, hey, it's just a light mag. Oh god.
They encountered a fire moth that moved 20 hexes. And they were like, I didn't even know you could move 20 hexes. Oh, the clans are great. They're so good at shaking the game up. But they do seriously rebalance the way things work.
Yeah.
As you all make it back to base the next day, you have completed your mission successfully. Jesper, you don't get a good job for doing your mission good, but you do get a nod of acknowledgement from Major Garcia for having, come back with the cadre of Mechwarriors as promised. an infantryman. McDougal, you have a handwritten letter in a wax-sealed envelope waiting for you at your political office desk.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
It reads, from the desk of Sir Erwin Faber Lake Reincolt, Chancellor of the Senate, President of the Senate, Regent.
Yeah, so like Lachlan is gonna like he sits down at his desk, he goes to open it, he just goes, good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. Opens it and goes to read it.
It is a request for a private dinner tonight.
Oh.
To discuss matters of import grave and serious.
Good. Yeah, he will I guess right back. Do I know, is Erwin in the camp?
Yes.
Yeah, in that case he'll just like write a letter back and, you know, get somebody to run it over. I'm assuming he's got other shit to do as well, so he'll probably start doing that. And yeah, get ready for dinner.
Okay. You find a meal. It's mostly been made by gosh, what is that guy's name? The dude who's currently convalescing after he was in a coma. The one with the good chef. Yohei Genji. So Yohei Genji's chef is standing there very proud of the Austrian-Japanese fusion cuisine that he has made. I'm
interested in what that looks like, AP.
I'm glad you asked. I would tell you, except there's only one Austrian-Japanese restaurant I know of, and the menu is entirely in German, so I can't read it to you, but look up Shiki.
Well, in that case, tell us auf Deutsch, AP.
Wow.
I would rather not butcher yet another language for the people who watch this stream. Instead, it is a very interesting and unique set of fusion. Somebody is posting something on Discord, so I'm sure it's... you're renaming all of your mechs. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
They now have family names.
Perfect. After a very silent meal, when the dessert is served, Erwin says from across the table, heavily, "There's something I need to speak to you about, Lachlan."
Go ahead.
As you know, I am the last of the line of the family of Lake Reincolt.
I'm unfortunately aware of this fact.
The Reincolts have served the lakes for generations as their protectors.
And they've done so nobly and ably, yourself included.
He glances up after staring down and he says, I am old, and I can no longer bear children after exposure to the things that we used to do in the secession wars. Well, I have been looking for some time to adopt a worthy heir, to perhaps carry on the Reincolt name. It would solve a lot of problems for me if Celeste was to become Celeste Reincolt.
I see. Wait, hold on. Didn't Lachlan already naturalize her?
Yes.
How does that, out of character, because I don't really understand how this would work in like the whole Federated Sons like nobility scheme.
Yep.
So would that just basically mean that she leaves the McDougal family?
Correct. So she's already serving as a personal friend to the current Lake Countess. Let's call personal friend is a bit. They're like 5 years old. Let's call it playmate.
Playmate.
He's basically looking to ensure a lifetime of service.
Yeah.
of a protector.
Yeah. Lachlan, I think, is he definitely pauses. Like it takes, he's like, definitely was not expecting this. And he will say, forgive me, Sir Erwin, but I don't believe this is a decision I can make on my own. I'm going to have to speak with my wife and Celeste's mother before making this kind of decision.
I would be surprised if you didn't.
That said, I am honored that you would have thought of my daughter for this, and I'm sure that she and her mother will feel the same way. So, I appreciate you reaching out to me in this way. I can understand that's not an easy thing when talking about family legacy.
He looks embarrassed at like asking this has deeply shamed him.
I think like Lachlan will probably like reach across the table and like clap him on the shoulder, and will say, maybe not even say anything, but just kind of like make a gesture, and then like after like giving kind of a polite moment of pause, will kind of move to change the subject unless Sir Erwin like wants to keep talking about it, and like kind of try to demonstrate that he's like still perfectly happy to like keep having dinner and like just
Good. He would love to change the subject.
It's like, yeah, we've acknowledged it and moving on. I don't think Lachlan has anything else to say to Sir Erwin, like other than just like polite dinner chat. But yeah, I mean he's a socialite at heart, so I think he's like not so bad at like kind of steering the conversation into safer territory and like kind of making a decent night out of this little dinner get together.
Brookhaven, when you return back to the capital, you find a letter for you. It is also wax sealed.
Okay.
It says from Commanding Officer Whittington Operations.
Okay. I open it.
It is a dinner invitation. The location is the McDougal ground estate at their dojo.
Oh my. It's what's the etiquette? Is it roll up in your stalker or
no? You'll be
car.
going in a uniform.
Mech pilot casual.
Probably in a dress uniform, and perhaps you may be executed at this meeting or asked to kill yourself.
That's fine.
Okay. So when you arrive, the dojo is mostly cleared, mostly empty, and it is simply the masked warrior known as Nightmare sitting in like a comfortable martial arts outfit, like a gi, on the floor, contemplating the McDougal housewords.
I walk in, I bow politely, I take a position a few feet away from him as expected. I leave my hands by my side. I stand up firmly.
Yeah. The warrior, whose face we can't see, but whose voice sounds quite old, says, "To I, Brookhaven, please sit, contemplate with me."
Arthur, clarification: did he get my rank wrong, or
I might have got the rank wrong. What is your rank?
Is it tie-eye? It's tie-eye.
Tie-eye? Okay.
I was like, did I just get promoted in the demoted in the company?
No, you're still a captain, or whatever you were beforehand.
Yep, captain.
Yep. That was my fault. Yes.
That's okay. I'm just clarifying.
Sit down.
I step up. I sit with him as requested. What is his formal rank? Is it commander?
He has no formal rank.
Okay.
He's just in command by order. He's in command by order of Haru Takao Moritomo.
Okay. Do we have a form of address for him?
Yes. There is I'm trying to Nanashi-sama,
Okay,
which in Japanese means no name.
I see. Nanashi-sama, you have summoned me, and I have come.
You have failed in your mission.
Hi. The forces of the Federated Suns had arrived at the Izami compound before we could and brokered a deal with them. They sent most of their established war effort as infantrymen with their force. The force I encountered was apparently said force. I did not know that at the time, and so unwittingly let the infantry slip by me. We did manage to capture any remaining training Mechwarriors and people of age to take up arms, but unfortunately has done very little to affect the war effort. For that, I offer you my apology and my life. And I bow.
Tell me, why did you not concentrate your efforts on destroying Lachlan McDougal?
Most of our shots were at the imp, but battlefield opportunities present themselves in the way that they do. The Atlas left an opening, and I took advantage of that. Once I had severely damaged one section of his armor, I attempted to capitalize on that. The pilot of the Atlas stepped in front of my Chuai's Class 20 autocannon blow. It was a very unexpected maneuver. It damaged his mech greatly, and it spared the imp from the full brunt of our attack. To move such a heavy mech that quickly and reactively is very disconcerting, but it altered the course of battle permanently. I would have focused on the imp and then the grasshopper and then the hunchback and moved to the Atlas last, but I felt with him as injured as he was, I could take him. I was mistaken.
You believe this Jasper Hiroka will stand in the way of our efforts to kill Lachlan McDougal then?
He has already proven that he is willing to do so.
Then he is a problem in need of elimination.
I understand.
Look upon these house words here.
What do
Forever
they say?
faithful. The words of traitors and liars who have betrayed the Draconis Combine, who serve as the dogs of Davian masters. What twisted mind must the ancestors of the McDougal family have had to take these words? What bends of logic must Lachlan McDougal hold in his heart to continue to uphold them? I seek to understand my adversary, so when I destroy him, the destruction will be total and complete.
Well, he spoke very little during the battle, as is typical. He made some mention of if we really wished to conduct ourselves honorably, we would merely leave. A sentiment born out of frustration with one defending one's home, one that is to be expected, but nothing that gives any intelligence as to his character. His allies do paint his character a certain way. They were all too ready to agree to my terms of engagement.
Yes.
But
I saw your excellent proposal, one where even should you lose, you could continue to win. It is through such cunning that you will be allowed to continue to serve the dragon.
You honor me, Nanashi-sama. But what I meant to say was that though they knew they had very little to lose, in a situation when pressed, they were willing to sacrifice themselves for their ally. And such a bond of brotherhood between mech warriors of the same lance is not unheard of course, but it shows a lot that they, despite who they are when they are not being mech warriors, do feel camaraderie with him.
Good. Their friendship, their what passes for honor. This is how I will crush them. This is how I will destroy Jasper Hiroka. And with him, I will take the king.
Of course. As long as you can convince them that that which you offer them is to their advantage, they will take it. They will not consider other factors. They didn't for a second assume that my goal was anything other than destroying.
Good. Remain here, Brookhaven,
Of
and
course.
meditate on your battle. I must prepare. And he stands up and walks away.
I bow until he leaves.
I feel like this guy definitely has a specific musical theme and a minor chord that's playing as he exits the room. Meanwhile, Jasper and Anko, what do you guys do for the night? While all these deep political discussions are happening.
I think Anko is certainly taking stock of the people that she now commands from the Azumis as well as Azamis, sorry. From the Azami as well as I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since we've talked to them, but there was also communication with I don't know if we ever like clarified this, but communication with Cypher.
Yes.
So I'd want to do like a check-in with them to see where things are on that side of things.
Okay. You are calling Cypher back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Cypher doesn't have the phone. If you recall, I believe it was left in the hands of...
Yeah, I think we never
Yeah.
finalized. Yeah, I think we never finalized that where it was like because we had talked about whether or not she would return it to Cypher.
I think what you get is Senya picking up the phone and going, Jasper?
No, this is Magician.
Oh, it's the... All right, sorry. I'm so confused who I'm talking to at any given moment. Is my husband there?
I believe he is currently in a meeting, but
All right.
I wanted to check in.
All right.
See how things are.
Okay. I want you to write down a message from me.
Very well, I'm ready.
Forget it afterwards. All right. Dear Lachlan, XOXOXO. And she... It's like 5 minutes of this, and then she's like, okay, Anka, what do you need?
I will send that along to Lachlan.
Why do you sound like you're in a mech cockpit right now?
No, that's just radio comms.
Okay.
It's gonna. I mean, like I don't know. Like, are they different? I can change the
You
sound.
tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, like she'll say, I wanted to check in and see how things are, what you have seen around the compound, movement that you've heard of, any troops that if Bassett has arrived.
Bassett's been here the whole time.
Yes, sorry. It's been a long couple of days.
It's almost been, it feels like months since the last time we've talked. Yes.
I know how that feels. War moves quickly.
Ooh, this is really grinding along to reload our regular map, huh?
How are things in the compound? How are your supplies?
Supplies aren't good. This estate was never meant to handle this many mechs and this many people. We've done raiding for what we can, but we basically live day by day right now. And every raid, we lose more people. Honestly, we could use some support pretty quickly. I'm no military expert, but given the look on Sebastian's face, I expect that we can probably only hold out here for a few more days, less than a week.
That is good to know. We will do what we can on our end.
It's terrible to know.
Yes.
There are children here, Anko.
It's good to know on my end, so we can plan and figure out some way of supporting you.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Apologies if I'm...
No, it's fine.
More formal.
I have conversations like this with other people. Yeah.
That said, we have been successful in acquiring some resources, so we will do our best to see if we can aid you in some way.
Okay.
Hope.
We're just on the other side of the capital from you through a huge mess of enemy mechs and machines.
Yes. Do not give up. Do your best. You're one of our most brilliant minds on Whittington.
No, Anko, we are going to give up. If it looks bad, we're going to surrender.
Is this what Bassett has talked about?
This is my estate, and that's my decision. My family lives here. There's other families here. All of our employees are here.
I understand. Do what you must. Just know that we will do our best to support you if we can.
Okay.
Be in touch.
All right, I'm hanging up now.
Magician out.
All right, she hangs up first. You never told her to give Cypher the phone.
I know. Yeah, so I'll take that note, and when I see Jasper next, or not Jasper, Lachlan next, I'll pass it along and burn it after they're done.
The note? Wait.
No, I was just joking about that.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm sure Lachlan is glad to know that Xenia's not still upset about him trying to get her best friend sent to jail. So that's
oh my god, I forgot about that.
Maybe she just doesn't discuss that over the phone with strangers.
That's fair.
I'm not a stranger. I'm a family.
But I mean, but the letter is at least a good sign that you know.
Can I just chime in as a married man to say that just because she sends you love doesn't mean she's not still angry?
Yeah.
Look, I'm with that. I'm with that entirely. But where we last left it, like Lachlan was seriously worried that the next correspondence was going to be like, we need to start talking about a divorce or some shit. So like.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things where it's very tricky to read. And then so Anko would also probably spend some time talking to Lachlan when they have a moment. Mostly talking logistics about the pilots that we picked up from the Azami. but I don't know if we need a scene for that necessarily.
Do you want one?
No, I'd rather.
Okay. Now, I
I'd rather
noticed
not.
that you're thinking of picking up combat intuition. You should know that that skill is extremely dangerous, but also lucrative.
So I have pain resistance, which nullifies the first point.
One, yes.
Oh, does that doesn't? So if I use it subsequent rounds, it doesn't nullify each round.
It only ignores the first one. Period. End of story.
Oh, got it. Okay, that's good to know.
You should also note that every time you take a head hit, you have to lose an SPA. So that's not that. Combat intuition doesn't cost you an SPA.
Right.
But you do have to declare you're going to use it the round ahead of time, and then it goes into effect during the next round.
Yeah, I think it like what I'm looking for is essentially good SPAs for flankers, since that seems to be a good role for my lance. So I figured I'd focus on that. But folks in Discord, feel free to give me suggestions. I'm open to it.
You know who had combat intuition? The guys that Spoon and Kane Damiel fought in the most recent episodes of Solaris Knights.
Man,
Some are called
hard, man.
Listen, some are saying it was the best battle. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Not just the best battle, but the best episode. I'd never used combat intuition before, and it was fucking insane.
Yeah. It looks really cool, and the fact that I have pain resistance would help me like just find that pivotal moment and be able to use it when it's like absolutely crucial.
Now you got to use it 4 or 5 times in a row up until you're nearly dead.
Oh, so you're saying that I need to like up my my endurance or whatever?
It won't help you because you only have 6 pilot head hits. Jasper, let's talk about you real quick.
Let's talk.
When you come back from this mission, you're feeling faster than you've ever felt. I don't know if you do like
it's a shower. Took a real good shower.
A real good. That makes you feel faster. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever taken a good shower?
Yes. It did not make me feel like I had reflexes of 1. So.
Yeah.
I understand that your gunnery piloting is now 1-2. Making
Yes.
you a very dangerous man.
Yes. It's probably because I go back to the training place, you know what I mean? And I just go back to drill and then take a shower while the conversations were going on.
Okay.
But like just a culmination of my skills.
Just note that you can't go any lower than 1.
Okay. I've maxed it out then.
All right, just making sure. Only legendary Mechwarriors go lower than 1 to 0.
To get to upgrade your attributes, it's 2x the number you're aiming for. So it would need to be 10 points to.
No, for attributes, it changes depending on how high you want to go up.
Yeah.
So for new attribute rank 2 to 3, it's new rank times 1.5. For 4 to 5, it's new rank times 3, and for 6, it's new rank times 6.
Yeah. So the good thing.
So for 5, it would be 3 times. So it'd be 15.
Yeah, 15.
So so the good thing for me here was that my lifestyle or my life path gave me a +1 to gunnery, so that's why I'm able to get to that 9, because really I'm at 8s with 4s in the everything, the skill and the reflexes.
Oh, got it. So I see. So I would have to upgrade twice to be able to get the same where you're at right now.
You would need it in your like Mechwarrior Destiny numbers. You would need your bonus to gunnery to be a 9. In order to get down to a 1.
Gunnery. What about piloting?
Same thing.
Same thing. If you're at 9, you're at 1 piloting.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I'm at 6 right now for gunnery and 8 for piloting. So if I upgraded my reflexes, it would be.
You'd be
It goes to both of them. Yeah. You're probably better off doing you could buy an SPA that works, but obviously when you upgrade your stats, you shoot better, and it does not count against the SPAs that you carry, right? So that's sort of the extra benefit of it, is that it's basically another SPA that you don't have to.
What are you right now, though? You're a 2-3 pilot right now.
Yeah.
I think that would only take you down to 1-3. Oh wait,
1-2?
It would make you a 1-2. No, hold on, sorry, because bonus of 7 is a 3. So you got to get.
I would have to get 1 more.
So you'd have to get up to 8 to get down to 2.
Got it. Okay. And I only have 2 ranks in gunnery, so getting that to a 3 would be a 6 XP speed.
Yeah, it's much cheaper. It's cheaper to just, especially if you have low stats, it's definitely cheaper to up the stats themselves.
Well, I think that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna up my gunnery.
Yeah.
Just to get that going.
One day I'm going to use this Atlas in melee. It's going to be great. That's what I'm waiting for.
And then I'll set myself up for a good reflexes.
Yeah, because that's 100 damage
I
punches, right?
apologize for robbing you of the opportunity.
That's okay. Yeah, I was going to totally charge right into your Thunderbolt.
I mean, the Thunderbolt was down, so...
Yeah, it's true. We almost got
the gyro hit. You're talking about rolls just to try to stand up, potentially falling down, redamaging himself. Like, that's a bad time.
Yeah.
And the stalker at that point was committed to, well, I stand still, and I could maybe fire a medium laser and be okay. Because it has 20 heat sinks, but at 26 heat, it really can't do anything without endangering itself some more. So. So you'll get it. One of these days you'll punch something for 10.
So Jasper, what do you have going on then? Now that you're feeling like you're nearing your physical peak of abilities.
I'm feeling like I'm not good enough.
You're getting out of the shower and somebody's memeing you as you run your hand through your hair. This is what peak performance looks like. You may not like it.
Well, I keep just going over the battle again and again, wondering why my Atlas, like why do I miss so much, and what is it about my center torso that missiles and things keep wanting to blow it up? Because every time I bring the Tamari out, I get hit with the internal critical. So I want to know, like, I just keep thinking about what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. Your tent, you hear somebody, knock in the way that one can knock on a plastic tarpaulin or whatever you call it. Maybe like a...
Oh. Yeah, who's there? I turn around.
Okay. Are you opening it or are you just asking them?
No, I'm going to open it.
All right. So standing there it's pretty close to a Federated Sons dress uniform, except it's all black with yellow accenting, wearing a unit patch that is the inverted color scheme of House Hiroka, is Yusuf of the Azami.
Nice.
He's got a sash and he's got a short sword around it, and he gives you a slight bow and a nod, and he says, "I would like to speak with you."
Yeah, sure. I'm getting ready. I'm going over. Do they drink? They don't drink, right? I do. I go over to the decanter of like whiskey or whatever that I have, right? And of course, and I go and I'm like, I grab 2 glasses and I put them out, and what does he do? You know what I mean? Like I do like the finger thumb, like the 2 glasses forward.
Yeah.
And the decanter. And...
He will not drink.
Okay. All right.
I am on duty.
Suit yourself.
May I ask why you would not speak with me or my people when you approached our compound?
You may ask, but you may not get an answer. Do you think you deserve one?
The two of you stare at each other for a while. Oh, yeah. When you say, "Do you think you deserve one?" he says, "I have followed your orders exactly as you have told me to make something of my people.
Mm-hmm. And
in your time of need, you have come to me, and yet you still ignore us, even though we wait for you to recognize us once more."
In your time of need, you wait for us. Really? So you feel like I'm neglecting, or you feel underappreciated?
I simply want to know what crime we have committed that you ignore us for. We have done everything that you have asked.
know what your problem is, Yusuf? You feel entitled to forgiveness. You feel that there's some sort of transactional, that it's a debt, and that you can just repay it. It's not that easy.
I have done nothing that requires forgiveness from you.
No. But your leadership has.
I am the Azami.
You are now. I'm proud of everything that you've done so far. Is that what you want to hear?
Do you believe it?
Yes.
Okay.
But
he relaxes ever so slightly.
But what we had in the past is in the past and will always be there. Your predecessors betrayed my trust, Yusuf. Trust once broken cannot so easily be remended. It's not ceramite armor. You know, you can just replace.
I am not
and get back to the
Arkady.
battle.
You and I have a shared history. He is a vile criminal, and I am not. My people act with honor within both the dictates of our culture and the Federated Suns. We are citizens, as you have made us to be. Do not judge us for the crimes of others.
Very well. I won't. Then I will treat you just like I would any other citizen. But do not expect special treatment. Do not expect anything other than that, than what you are. You are citizens of the Federated Suns. You are citizens of Whittington. But you are not my friend.
Am I your vassal?
Out of character, they're not, right? Like they haven't.
They would love to still serve you. You are the one that sent them away.
Right. No, you are not my vassal. You are relieved.
Something died inside him when you said that.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy being a free citizen and all the freedoms that it entails.
His face locks in place as he reaches into his uniform and pulls out a small manila packet and leaves it on the table, and then gives you a salute and leaves.
His heart is broken.
Yep. I swirl the glass of scotch or whatever, and I take a sip of it, and I go to take a letter opener or whatever and open the envelope.
Oh, no. It's one of those ones with the metal ties on the back where you push them up and then you... Yeah.
Got it. Oh, sorry.
Everybody else got the waxed letters, not you.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
That's because they're politicians and you're a military
I get the fucking
man.
dot matrix printouts. All right.
So it is a plan that Yusuf has drawn up based on forces that he believes to be loyal to you. To essentially like strike a target of high value, perhaps without permission. Like a glory op, essentially. That the Azami have their ear to the ground and that they have noticed that there is a sort of convoy that is heading out into the forests every few days, into the Lake Family Forests, to come back with food that's been gathered there in order to keep the city running, but most specifically to keep the DCMS Mechwarriors fed.
You're gonna make... God damn it, AP. Okay. I'm not prepared to give an answer to whether or not I'm gonna go forward with it or not. I have to think this over because that's really interesting. So you just see me stewing on that. You know what I mean? Just thinking about it as I'm reading the paperwork.
Good.
Okay.
The name of the operation is Operation Pangolin.
Nice.
After the name of the animals which have been brought by the terraforming crews to help protect the trees across this tree planet. Pangolin meat is very common. I can't hear you if you're talking, Eddie.
What side of the city is that on?
Well, the trees are in every direction because it's a tree planet, but west, northwest specifically.
And where's the Zenya's compound?
Zenya's compound is on the northeast side. You guys are currently located southwest of the city.
I just wanted directionals.
One of these days, I may even get a map so that you guys can reference things. I know.
What?
Crazy.
That'd be awesome.
You've seen my maps before, though, Battletech fans, and you know that it would be a terror to look upon them. You may begin wondering how I got non-Euclidean physics to work.
Oh man, yeah. I think Anko would visit Jasper at some point in the night. So you hear a knock, or no, it's a tent, right? So you'd hear a rap on like the frame, or whatever the protocol is.
Okay.
Jasper, you have a moment.
Yeah, Jasper turns off his I guess like console or whatever that's playing Avenged Sevenfold.
Wow.
Opens up to you.
Wow.
Yeah, she enters. I wanted to talk to you about the Azami. Understand?
Yeah, like I immediately do this. Like that like, you know what I mean? Like I'm immediately like, more. Sorry, they keep coming up today.
Well, that was our mission. I understand that you have mixed feelings about them. But I just talked with Lady Zenya, and things are dire over there.
Things are dire everywhere.
Yes. But I wanted to see if there was some means for us to provide support. With the Azami, we could potentially have a contingency enough to maneuver something direction.
It's too risky, Anko. We're stretched too thin.
Have you heard from Major Garcia yet on what the plans are with our newfound resources?
Regret it. Not much. Last thing I heard is pretty much the same.
She looks at the whiskey, and like I think you have a moment where you notice, and like there's two glasses sitting in front of you still.
Yeah, and one's unused. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind?
Not at all. Sorry, I'm being so quiet. It's just, it's just a lot on my brain.
It's been a journey, and that battle was not necessarily the easiest on you, especially. I'm sorry the Tamari has taken the brunt of most of our battles together. You fought well. Don't discount that in any way.
Did I? I keep playing it back over and over again. Like you see, like on my desk, there's like the gun cam footage of stuff, right? And I don't.
You must believe in yourself. Only then will you find what you're looking for.
I used to. I don't know. I think
she refills your glass, which has been empty for a hot moment.
Yeah.
And she raises hers.
Sometimes I forget how to.
We'll survive again and learn from each battle that we do. Cheers.
To Whittington.
To Whittington.
Clink. Thanks, Anko.
No, it hasn't been easy. I've struggled.
My father brought them here. Because they saw something in him. And I wanted to do right by him. And the betrayal, and how do you forgive betrayal? Even if they're not the ones who did it.
As someone who is currently thought as a betrayer by many, I am not sure.
Well, you're different.
Am I?
Yes.
Yusef has not betrayed you. It was his predecessor, and yet you blame him, or you punish him for it.
Yusuf isn't a noble.
I am currently... That is fair. However, I'm currently blamed for many things that my brother did, or some would call my cousin.
Yes. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Uncle, you know I trust you.
Not you. We must trust somewhere. Right now, we have little in the form of allies. I believe we will make it through this.
All right. I think if you want, Eddie, you could see the plans that are like half under my desk that I'm like not looking at if you wanted to bring them up, because I'm not going to. But if you wanted to do that, you totally could. Okay, buddy?
Thanks, I appreciate that. Because I like,
there's nothing to be done. You know what? I'm at, and we're spread too thin, and there's nothing else to do. We're out of options. I think, you know.
Well, I was just gonna like dictate like what Anko's doing. So like as you're saying, like you're talking about like there's nothing to do. Like what else can we do? I think she like puts her glass down for a moment, and then like she brushes the edge of the documents that you have on your desk, and her eyes catch it, the edge of the name, Operation Pangolin. Pangolin. Yeah. What's this?
That's just no. It's forget about it. It's too risky and it won't work.
We have nothing to lose.
We have everything to lose. We have a planet to lose.
Which we've already lost, if some were to look at it.
The Major would never allow it, Anko.
Well, we have forces loyal to us. It is our decision. I'm not a military person. So, I will not push you to make a decision against your rank, but if it will help us, as I said, Xenia's compound is in need of resources. How do we get them to her? Maybe we hide in sheep's clothing.
No. Thanks, Anko, but no thanks. We're not. Forget about it.
All right.
Eddie, I want you so badly to go behind my back with this. Okay, just so you know. All right. when I say, because I really want to do this, but also I think it'll be so much fun.
Okay, so I think there's a moment maybe where you have to go back to like a decanter, and Anko will like try to
palm the operation.
The operation.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're willing to like have that play out in the scene,
100%.
I would like to do that.
Yeah. No, I feel like we'll probably end it there, right? And being like, you know, whatever, and then like, you gotta go or whatever, and yeah, we see that you took that off my desk.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. Awesome.
Hey man, I like to instigate chaos, so I'm all about that kind of shit.
Brookhaven. Our final scene is the next morning. There is a all hands on deck morale boosting event where you all stand in your units and listen to somebody give you speeches about how great things are going. Haru Takao Moritomo shows up in her business attire, which has been subtly tailored to have a kind of Gaddafi-ish, that Sheriff Arpaio guy level of like fake campaign ribbons and medals for her actions so far. And she says, "Betrayal!" And it echoes across the spaceport. Betrayal. How can we forgive betrayal? Betrayal. The houses of McDougal, Sapaku, and Hiroka. These are our enemies. They betrayed us in the past. They cannot be offered forgiveness. These are the last holdouts against our rule of this planet. Can we forgive them? Do we hold them responsible for the actions of their ancestors? Yes, betrayal can never be forgiven. Not by snakes and dogs such as this. I hesitate to call them men, for they are children playing with weapons. They do not know our ways, our honor. They beg at the feet of the Davian masters, serving the satanic night. Betrayal cannot be forgiven, no matter what. They will pay the price for their actions, and they will pay it soon. You have your orders.
So as this is playing out, I think that Ty Brookhaven would have preambled going to this event by like really pumping his unit up, just being like, hey guys, this is important. You know, listen to what Lady Moritomo says. I want you to, you know, big smiles, big energy. We're going to do it. We're going to take Whittington. They're like, yeah. You know, obviously my mech warrior who lost a mech, I'm like, hey, you all right? You know, we're going to get you suited in whatever light mech we can find.
Got a new mech, actually. Turns out the DCMS recently had a purchase of a mech dealer who passed through.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's very fortunate. But like when we're standing there getting the speech, he just doesn't have enough willpower to like keep the raw, like, you know,
energy.
Yeah, like discontent or contempt for this person, her attitude, the way she makes war all about petty things like revenge, like, and especially when she's like, oh, they're dishonorable and they can't be trusted to behave dishonorably, when he knows from personal experience that that's not true. So he just has a face of like, man, fuck this. But he's trying not to be expressive about it and just stand in line and like do that. I'm hiding in a line.
Yeah, not expressing your emotions is a critical skill as an officer of the DCMS.
That's true. It's absolutely true.
As you know, an officer of the DCMS must always choose the lesser of two evils.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta go up to some people and say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry, but we're gonna put you all in a truck and wheel you off where you don't want to go."
Yeah. Well,
I didn't want to. I was kind of hoping you would be on my team, but you said no.
welcome to serving the penal legions.
Yeah.
How about 10 years in the periphery? How does that sound? Anything anyone wants to do before we call today's session?
I did want to check in with my people around the hangar to see if there was anything that was needed there. Just check in and like that's pretty much my family now. Like those people are my family, so I'm checking in with them. We don't necessarily need to have a scene for that, but if there's anything that you had there, and then for the Azami specifically, I wanted to see if if there was an aerospace pilot among them.
No, they are trainee Mechwarriors and farmers.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think you may have mentioned that, but I wanted to double check because I was like, man, got the Stuka and I want to fly it. And anyway.
But don't you need to be an aerospace pilot to fly it?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
I was asking. That's what I was asking. Yeah, one of these days, I'll have an aerospace pilot among my contingency.
Your husband is an aerospace pilot.
I was right, but he's got his own like aerospace fighter. So
It's a literal showpiece.
I wouldn't call a lamb an aerospace fighter.
It's also like supposed to be like a showpiece, right?
Yes, it is.
He brought it to Whittington to like show off in a museum, not to like.
He was
fight
looking
with.
for rare parts to keep it working because they break down because they're hundreds of years old.
Oh my god!
It has the advantage of not really needing a runway, though, so that's kind of
That's true because it could jump up in the air and make a Transformers noise.
When the enemy, you have to assume, controls the entire airspace at this point. Or I would assume that.
Yeah. And Paul's still on planet, right?
Yes, somewhere. Waiting for another guest appearance.
Yeah. Oh boy. But that's all I had was just double check or confirm with that.
So your people are as shaken as one might assume when their place of residence and work has been burned down and their planet is being invaded and you're being accused of well, not really you, but your predecessors being accused of horrific crimes. However, at this point, the final scene of this session is Anko, your encrypted satellite phone is ringing.
This is Magician.
Is this Anko Sapaku? Says a voice that you don't recognize and has clearly been digitized by a 1990s news program that blurs people's faces.
Yeah.
Who's speaking?
This is Sheepdog.
This is Sheepdog.
And just a quick reminder, Sheepdog is the internal like espionage group for the Draconis Combine.
No,
they're the ones that
misremembered
claim to be independent.
Oh,
They've been putting you on blast on the news saying that you're a traitor.
Yep.
Thank you. That's what I needed, the reminder for that.
Expose the real truth of what's happening.
Yeah, they basically claim to be like anonymous style hackers. They just go after like anybody in charge who's doing bad stuff and leak on them.
Okay. What do I say? Fuck.
I heard you've been saying some interesting things about Anko Sabaku. What is it to you?
We have a confession. Full description in detail, backed by evidence.
A confession of what?
Assassination
of whom?
Whittington's great leader, Sebastian Bassett.
And you are bringing this to me. What is your purpose for this call?
The person who executed this assassination did so at the direct command of your cousin.
If that were true, that is before me. What do you have against me?
It's like a long pause. It's just, if we release this to the public, it will destroy your house's reputation with finality.
And what do you want?
We want intelligence. Numbers.
You contact me to blackmail me for something that my cousin perhaps did or didn't. I don't know.
He did do it. We have Vega Kane. He's confessed to it. And Anko, if we need to, we will make him confess to the lake bombing. Whatever it takes to destroy the enemies of the Federated Suns.
We are not the enemy of the Federated Suns.
Your house is the enemy of the Federated Suns. You have a choice to act with us or to act in service to yourself.
Seeing as how I am fighting for the Federated Suns, and what my cousin did was perhaps something beyond what either of us understand. I have no reason to fight against you if your goal is to fight for the Federated Suns.
Yeah, so like this person is just over the phone and is like, what you or I understand, I clearly understand the horrific crimes
Do you?
your cousin committed against our people. The lies, the deceptions, assassinations of our greatest minds.
If that is what you believe, then try to understand who Sir Bassett is. Or no, is it a sir? No.
Yeah, he's a baron.
Okay.
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah. Nobles have squabbles. Sometimes they escalate. Emotions occur.
To assassination?
I do not know what happened between
We are
them.
telling you what happened. We have the evidence.
Either way. As I said, that has nothing to do with me. If you want to work together for the Federated Suns, I am willing to work with you.
All right, you hear someone go, no, stop, shut up. You're not doing this right. I'm giving you one last chance before I release this information to Comstar and the public.
So, you come to me with blackmail. and I come to you with an offer of cooperation, and you say I'm not doing this right. Please, enlighten me. How else would I do this?
You're going to regret this conversation. When the phone hangs up.
I was literally offering to cooperate. So I'm a little confused as to like how that ended.
From my point of view, your cooperation is like, ooh, cooperate. All right, so we can reverse this. Let me understand. Are you actually offering to bring them military intelligence on the current state of the camp that you're in? See, because when you say cooperate, you're thinking, I will cooperate to help the Federated Sons, which is not necessarily their goal. Their goal is to get military intelligence out of you, no matter what.
Right, but they had said that their goal was that they were in
correct
camp with the Federated Sons in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know if you know this, but people who blackmail people can sometimes lie about their intent. Their only goal in this conversation is to get you to give them that data. So if this conversation ends in any way other than that, they're done talking to you.
Sure. I think the if we do reverse it a little bit, I think Anko will try to buy some time due to so something along the lines of, I can attempt to get you information, but it will take me time. I am not a military officer.
You have 24 hours.
I'll do what I can.
Did you put watch Solaris Nights? Incredible. All right. They hang up abruptly.
Oh my god.
That's it. Outro. So what do we got? Anybody got any big projects or anything?
I recently played a game called Animon last week on Wandering DM. The VODs up there it was hilarious and fun. It's basically where you play as like a trainer for like a Digimon type monster, and it's wholesome goodness. It was a nice contrast to the hardcore trials and tribulations of war. So go give it a shout or get a check out. I also shouted you out on the show, so there's that.
Did you know that I ran a Pokemon tabletop RPG for about 20 sessions?
No.
It was awful.
Well,
there are many tabletop. I have many regrets for during streaming. That is easily in my top 7 as number 7.
Well, this is Animon Stories just came out on Friday, and it was super fun. Like the character creation was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's two episodes of like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Give it a check out, and yeah, maybe it'll change your mind, AP.
EricVulgaris, are you still running these amazing adventures where you send people to their extremely punishing deaths in search of loot?
Absolutely. Right, currently in a break of it though. Taking 2 weeks off, and yeah, just enjoying my own time running my own Pendragon game, and been playing in a like weekly Old School Essentials game. It's a lot of fun. Playing through a mega dungeon.
Okay.
Something about old school dungeons, man. They're real fun.
I know. I was talking to you about them.
Enough about me.
Aaron, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your time on the show rather than watching the show.
I did, and I'm gonna enjoy my time watching the show later. So it's a double dip.
Perfect. Who knows what will happen next episode?
Apparently, the best mech combat around, Solaris Knights.
Some people have said so.
Real. Tune in, but also watch this show because the show is amazing with a great cast. And thank you all for having me.
Yeah, dude, thanks for so much. Like, smooth gameplay, brutal rolls. Like, dude, when you came on first episode, you were like, oh man, I've been rolling so terribly, and then just bam, 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 bam.
I had literally run Battletech like previous night and just snake eyes left and right, and then my luck turned around, and then it held with spans of weeks between until I bragged about it. I was like, oh, they're saving all those good rolls for me, Eric. Like, get effed.
Oh my
I don't
God.
do it. I don't do it.
Karma whammed me hard. But
just for the audience's sake, because you guys were having cross table talk in the text chat, Sam is convinced that these guys work for Sebastian Bassett. I'd like to take a quick poll here about your thoughts on Sheepdog.
You want to know why my reasoning is that? Would everyone like to know why I've concluded that? It's one very simple reason.
Yeah.
No one else in the world who's not being paid by Sebastian Bassett would call him great leader.
Wow.
Unless there's heretofore a new faction.
Yeah.
Like, not yet seen. That is
Unless there's
You've solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
Well, and also like we already have, or at least Lachlan already has evidence of him working with information brokers, which Sheepdog sounds like an information broker of sorts. And so like it kind of tracks with his MO, right?
Of working with criminals? I am shocked to hear you say this kind of slander. I will see you in court, Onko.
I mean, AP, you
I'm not sure you know what slander means.
the only call she could have. Like, if she agrees to help them, then instead of having dirt on her house and cousin, then
it's on her then. Yes.
Yeah.
They're just trying to tighten the wire.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how to play your character, but if it was me, I'd feel like that's Kuro shit. Sounds like a Kuro problems. Apparently, my cousin had a problem, and it got nothing to do with me. I would just distance myself from him.
It's actually the second time they've tried this too.
It starts getting like a little dicey when the person is the leader of your noble house and they're like acting theoretically like in the capacity as like leader of the house. Like, I'm not saying you can't still do it, but it's just a much more dicey like proposition when you're like supposedly the leader of a noble house, you know.
It becomes hard to
distance yourself.
Yeah, but you can still claim that you didn't have knowledge, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's you're exactly right. Where like this is basically a direct act that Anko would be making.
Yeah.
Versus a supposed act of a predecessor.
Anyone who wants to help the Federated Sons have a vested interest in knowing the exact composition of your military camp. You're like, well, the Federated Sons knows what it is.
Yeah.
So the people who need the intel have the intel.
Yeah.
My final thought about this session is that it's been a very long time, but back when I ran shows like Winter's Edge, sometimes I would say a line and then I would be like, well, in like 5 or 6 episodes, this is going to be really ironic and very funny. Jasper said something today that made me think, wow, down the line, that's going to be really good. Like, I wish I had Twitch clipped that because it's going to be great. That's it. Is everybody good for next week? Except for you, Brookhaven.
No.
You're not coming back. No?
Nope.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody's
We already
good.
determined that nobody's good. Okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks then on the
Yeah, I think so.
9th? Okay. I mean, look, we can't leave our loyal viewers without a show for so long. Yes, watch Hilarious Nights. Look, I liked it. Here's the thing: more people watch Endosteel than watch Hilarious Nights.
What does that say?
Thank you.
What
everyone.
does that say?
I know. I'm just trying to get these Endosteel viewers to get in on the train while it's still fresh, before season 2.
I can just think of a couple things that the other show doesn't have, AP. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
That's it. We're done.
Most